Hi, this is Annie Lupton of Boho Chic Fiber Co. Today I'm going to show you how I work the invisible lift increase to the left. This is an increase that I like to do in top-down sweaters, and particularly in ones that are a solid color. Sometimes with my colorwork sweaters I'll do make one left and make one right, but the invisible lift increase to the left is a really seamless increase, and it allows for you don't really notice it. It's like it blends in with the fabric very well. So I'm going to show you how to do that today. And I have a little swatch here knit with about 18 stitches on it, and I've put some stitch markers in place to show where we're going to make the increases. In my patterns, what I do is I will mention that you're going to work to one stitch before a stitch marker, so that's why I have them in place. You can do this without having stitch markers as well, just you're going to want to work to the indicated stitch in your pattern. So I'll go ahead and show you now. So we're going to work 4 of those here, and I'll show you how to do it. So this is on a stockinette surface, so we're going to be knitting this row. So like I said in my patterns, I'll mention to knit to one stitch before the stitch marker, which is right here. And the reason that I do that is it actually takes a stitch in order to make the stitch. So I'll show you what I mean by that. So we're to one stitch before the stitch marker. What we're going to do is we're going to take this stitch that's on the left hand needle, we're going to use our right hand needle, and we're going to slip it off onto the right side from back to front as if we were purling. So we're slipping that stitch. Now it's on our right hand needle. Now to make the increase, what you're going to do is take your left hand needle again, and you're going to insert it into the stitch below the one we just slipped. So that's the one we slipped. So this one below the left hand leg there, we're going to insert it in and pick up that thread from the stitch below. Once we do that, we're going to knit into the back leg of that stitch, just like we would normally knit. And that's our increased stitch right there. So we'll slip our marker, and again we're going to work to one stitch from the next marker, or just work to the indicated stitch in your pattern. So here's our next stitch. Again, we're going to slip it back to front onto the right hand needle. Taking our left hand needle, we're going to pick up the left hand thread of the stitch just under the one we slipped, put it on our left hand needle, and then we're going to knit into the back of that stitch. And that's our increase. We'll do that 2 more times. So we're going to slip, pick up that thread, and then knit into the back. Slip, pick up the thread, knit into the back. So now we've increased 4 stitches along this row, and I'm going to work a wrong side row just so that you can see a little bit more clearly how that makes for a really seamless, nice stitch. So we'll purl across this row. You're going to, when you get to those increased stitches, you'll just purl them. And as you can see here, this is the one that we had slipped, so it wasn't worked on that previous row. You're just going to purl it. Okay, so now that we have worked that row, you probably can't even see it, I can barely see it. So we can see our increased stitches right there is a group of 1. So it's really, really seamless. You almost don't even notice it. They kind of V off from each other, and it's just a really smooth, nice increase. So I hope that that video was helpful to you. If you have any questions, you can always leave me a comment below, and be sure to subscribe to the channel to see more techniques and tutorials. Bye.